We can plan on paper all we like, but we don't always have the full details about framing, roof slope, and so on. On arriving at any site, we confirm the heater placement and work out the exit point for the exhaust.
Somewhere before it punches through.
What I would like to get done is wherever it comes in there, string this.
It's recognized as a porphyry. It's a type of sedimentary rock.
So you want some of this at the Safari?
Yes, even with this big chunk, this will be great for core.
Just screen it out.
I'll bring a truck load.
No, we don't need to screen it out.
Clay is nano dirt, very tiny particles that soak up water, then bond to each other, and anything else, as they dry. Good clay for building will be very hard when dry and need to be soaked before use. It can help to break up the bigger pieces before soaking to expose more surface area. The surface tends to swell and exclude water, like flour lumps when cooking. Longer soaking saves a lot of work.
We got the plastic on there. Why do we need the tape?
Because the plastic's
We're not doing a concrete pad. We're not doing a tall foundation that would hold the cob up away from the ground damp. You don't want the cob in contact with ground damp, is what I'm saying. But in this case, our plan is for the building to be dry, or something gets fixed so the building's dry, or something else happens, right? So I'm just having people do a sort of a token single layer of dry rock, little bit of ventilation gap between the mineral soil and the cob. Too hot for woodwork is about 150, 200 Fahrenheit. Like, you want to be able to touch it. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot for your woodwork.
So feel the sticky starting coming to the surface?
Yep.
Now the ball you gave me just a little while ago was almost completely dry on the surface. You want it just about
A little more tack than that?
A little more tack than that. That's what you're looking for.
Trying to line up.
It was going well.
That's what I was saying. It's like you have to do the manipulation really fast.
Almost.
That's where that level corner is.
We think this is oriented properly.
Yep.
Okay, so is the center of this barrel in line with the center of that pipe? Okay.
Roughly. Yep.
Those are the...
Can't do that.
But yeah, that one. Because if you have any for...
No, this is still higher is the thing.
It is, because the bubble is on this
I want
side,
at
right?
least 4 or 5 inches.
Oh, yeah.
See, if I do this, it goes up on this side.
Yeah,
So this
sorry.
side's high, so it's just you need to tap down the material that you put in there.
Rather than the part that's done. This is the place where I'm willing to let people obsess about level. Because if this is right, the rest of it's super easy. If this is wrong, and it's not easy enough, we might have to do this again.
Good exit chimneys are tall, warm, and draft reliably in all weather. Long exposed chimneys, horizontal ones, or half-hearted short ones often cause problems. This building is not ideal for a good chimney, but we are doing our crazy best attempt.
A little...
Slightly high here, but it's on.
Pretty perfect there.
So the next little bit will be doing some.
We're test fitting the metal manifold, which is cut to fit our actual brick layout.
Here's doing a part.
Yeah. So let's see if that fits right on there.
Cutting brick with a masonry saw. Worth it at all?
Oh yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Excellent. So somebody at the end is going to have to go and push it this direction. Good. That's good. See how we're fitting. Back in this corner, let's get some of these rocks moved up here so she's not digging for rocks.
We had some difficulties leveling these fire bricks, so we're using a thin layer of very fine clay sand mortar at the base of the heat riser to bring it to perfectly level in this course. building without forms, there's a limit to how much damp earth you can stack in one go before it starts to slump.
The question is
But
how
that
much
barrel is
of the
gonna,
fine stuff,
if
how
it
much is
wiggles,
not?
it'll open a crack. Right. Try not to like walk the cob all the way out with itself.
The wire cage supports the ceramic fiber insulation blanket tight against the brick firebox and secures it so that when we clean it out with a vacuum or brush, it won't pull the insulation away or damage it. We get the insulation wire cage as close and tight as possible.
If I'm using tape,
You just keep bringing it.
7 by 7.5.
7 by 7.5.
Are we doing
Thermal cob as tight as you can get it without disturbing the
I
brick.
did bring some.
This
Make
down,
it
right?
flat and level with this. I'm gonna check with Ernie on that omission of the cob.
We've pulled the helpers from the cob bench to let it stiffen up and dry out a bit. Traditional cob goes in 6 to 18-inch lifts per day. We mix very stiff material and can sometimes get the full 18-inch bench in one day without slumping. But if it starts to slump, we trim it back and let it dry. On home projects, shorter lifts and more breaks to dry out the core might actually shorten your overall drying time.
She just one
So you're going to want to guide it right down onto the lip, and remember that lip's round. So that's pretty close.
That looks
So
the best I've seen.
there's a whole handful of bands right out there.
I
Go
think
grab
we
them.
might.
All right. So we're going to start. I'm going to start it in the back, just like we did the gasket. Okay. So at the same time that we're laying it, we're also going to...
Leaks below the barrel can draw in cool air, causing the hot exhaust to stagnate at the top and choking the draft. That may not be our main problem in this case, but Ernie is making sure that there are no leaks to add to our troubles.
You ready to apply it yet? Or?
Just on the bottom, just underneath it. Make sure it gets underneath the bottom rib.
All right.
Just making kind of a flat surface and then we'll plaster it. There's a little bit of plaster on the end where we did a test patch.
Yeah.
We only had 2 days drying time before plastering instead of the 2 weeks I usually prefer. We did do a good job with our cob mix and didn't have much cracking, so that was good. We used a fiber-rich plaster which also helps prevent cracking. Usually I prefer horse dung as pre-chopped fiber. It's lovely to work with. But the family did not like the idea of poop in the house. So we chopped up some certified weed-free straw, meaning it probably was pesticide treated.
So I'm going to have you dip the trowel in water, come along and do a big sweeping motion where you're basically trying to just notice the bulges and then move those bulges toward the low spots in a very big motion.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the little stuff, worry about like the big contour. And again here, you may need to add material.
If you get the right stroke on the first try, you could be done. But often it takes several tries while you're learning to get a consistent plane, tidy corners and curves, and blend one stroke with the next.
If you like this sort of thing, come on out to the forums at permies.com, where we talk about rocket mass heaters, homesteading, and permaculture all the time.